Evening, guys, and sorry we're late. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yep, Merry Christmas,
How's
everyone.
everyone doing?
I hope everyone's having a good time.
And it was supposed to have been Eddie as well, but we sort of like got him pissed.
Yeah, and we was just talking to him just earlier, and he's fallen asleep on us. So sorry about that. We got him a bit drunk, but hey, you have to get married to have a Merry Christmas, don't you?
He actually clicked on. What have you been doing whilst I was out the room? I mean,
Well, I was fiddling about with your string odds, just just reminiscing a few things, trying to learn a bit more.
it's hello, Bravo, Jamie. Hi, Smile, Katie, and Tony. So, what's well, oh, these bloody Discord. Is that you're giving talking to boys good sorting out? Oh, for
No
goodness sake.
smiles, God's
I'm not
sakes.
giving anyone's devices a good sorting out.
Damn right. I'm not the one with the devices. Kidding there. I don't know what she has. She didn't bring a toy box, I don't think.
I beg your pardon. And people ask why my actual strings turn their field very quickly.
Yeah, well, I'm going there this time instead of you. You always start it, go there, don't you?
Well, I think between you and Smile, it's going to be like Pervert Central.
Look, Smile's the main man. I'm just a sidekick here, you know that.
We would now like you to kick you both up the arse.
Not with those boots you was wearing earlier. Oh my God, that would hurt.
But they are nice though.
Yes, but the studs on the heel and on the toe, no.
I'm sure these guys are going to think, oh my God, what the hell is she wearing?
Well, those were just to support her legs a bit, so she could have a go without her wheelchair. It was a struggle for her, but you know, good on her. She struggled along, plodded on it, and managed
Oh
to
my
have a good
God,
career.
smile.
You are.
Toy
Ah,
boy box.
all right. Oh, don't go for the older lady.
Oh, he's going to get a fucking slapping in the fucking heart.
Yeah, I know. I know we're only like 3 years apart.
Well, no, according to everyone else, I'm like,
Oh yeah,
oh.
you're a gilf. Yeah, you must be a gilf.
Gil, will you fucking stop?
Hey God. Anyway, you wouldn't go for a big ginger like me.
Oh, goodness. Well, consider I went out with Dwayne and his ginger.
Yeah, I know, but you know, I'm 4 times the
And
size of Jim. You know.
and my ex husband was red, so
Yeah, yeah. Oh, jeez, I better start dyeing my hair then.
I mean it doesn't matter to me what colour hair,
I,
you know,
I think it
as
would
long
if
as
I
you're a
did it
decent
bright green.
person.
Oh, that's me out then. Good, because I'm not a decent person. God,
Oh fuck's sake. So how's everyone today been? All right. No, you're saying she might study you also.
Yeah, well, I do speak out of it a lot.
Well, don't we all sometimes? No, I don't know whether or not Tonkin wants to message Eddie to see if he wants to join us.
Yeah, I'll try and wake him up, shall I? So I'll just
Because
go
he has
stop.
got another phone.
So I'll just go off and bang on his door. Well, I'm going to use your phone. I know the codes. You gave me the codes. So you've got the codes to I'm gonna have to change them. We're both gonna have to change the codes, ain't we?
I tell you what, the early one where we went, the actual restaurant, well, it was a pub, and
Old English pub. Come on.
well, yeah, it was very nice. The staff were absolutely wonderful, and but I had a bit of a bad health day, and I had bad health scare, which scared the living hell out of me. So we actually missed our reservation time, and they basically said, "Don't worry about it. If you come in by 2, we'll sort you out." Which they did, and the food was absolutely lovely. But what actually topped it off, they actually sorted out Leo a Christmas dinner. So he had his own Christmas dinner, which is quite sweet. So he's thoroughly enjoyed himself. But like all the vegetables he's eaten, he keeps on farting, and every time he does it, I want to throttle him. It's like an evil smell. I mean, he's worse than a nuclear weapon. He's what it is. All 3 of us are staying here. Separate rooms, obviously, but it's easy to like live stream from my place because of I have the laptop and better phones and that, and obviously the dog, and it's less hassle. But and you are fish in the B&T. But hey, what else is new? It's not. It's a nice hotel. Staff here have been very nice. Everyone's been very nice, really. Apart from, I was in the park a few days ago, and someone decided to steal my meds, which luckily my doctor replaced the whole script. But luckily the pharmacy ordered it in at the last minute. Otherwise, I would have been screwed. But who actually steals epilepsy meds? You know, some people are nasty, you know. Hi Nigel, how are you doing? So anyone wants to join up on panel, it's pinned in the box, and I'll put it in again. Some people don't know how to use the pin thing. So I've seen you in this channel once, Nigel, but we haven't really had a good chin wag. So you're quite welcome if you want. And I think Smiles is overdue to get his arse in there.
Oh yeah. Well,
did you manage to get hold of him?
Yeah, it took a couple of rings to wake him up, but yeah, well, because we had such an early Christmas dinner, and we had a few drinks there and that. Like, yeah, that's why he fell asleep on us. And because I woke him up suddenly, he's now he's starting to get a hangover. So he's not going to be a chipper person. So I just suggested he try and get some rest, and
yeah, several
sort out my plans.
And you gave him Baileys when we got back to the hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
I was drinking water, and I had a hot chocolate. So.
Yeah, well, yeah. You had a nice sweet hot chocolate and a sweet dessert, and a sweet starter, because even though it was a fruit plate, it was still sweet.
Oh, Leo ate that more than
there's
me.
still lots of natural sugars in that. So that's why you was feeling funny and because you was on a sugar high.
Who would have had melon for a starter for a Christmas meal?
Yeah, well, it's a healthy option. It is a palate cleanser.
Healthy.
It is a
Oh,
palate cleanser and that, like, to get your taste buds, excited for the meal. And it was a good main meal, wasn't
yeah.
it?
Oh, for goodness sake.
What's going on? What's happening?
You get those stupid.
Oh, we got the bots again, have we?
Yes.
Jesus.
It's just going to report them to YouTube.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because I drove, I didn't have any drinks at the meal. So when we got back to the hotel, I had to have a few drinks to try and catch up with Eddie.
Catch up with Eddie. Good luck with that.
Well, the thing is, it was easy because Eddie's not much of a drinker. I,
No.
yeah,
An Irishman, no, he's not.
I know that is strange,
But he did say it takes a lot to get him pissed. I don't know about that today.
Well, the thing is,
he wasn't legless.
yeah, I know, but he was pretty merry. No,
Yeah. Oh, they're small.
but he did mix the drinks,
Yeah. Well, the way we actually did today and for the past few days, we sort of like saying to Eddie, because he was on his own over in Ireland, and we thought, right, okay, let's see if we can get him over here. It took a bit of work, and he wasn't sure whether or not he was going to see his girlfriend over in the States. So he's been messed about with that. So
yeah, but
it was easily sorted eventually.
yeah. Unfortunately, it hasn't been exactly what we wanted because of the plans we was made. Now we was trying to use public transport and that, but because of tube strikes, it was making it very hard to get things done. So and other issues and everything. So we ended up not doing as much as we wanted. But when we could get things done,
There's bus strikes as well, isn't there?
I think yeah, but I knew it was underground strikes. You know more about the buses and that than I do.
Well,
I don't
buses,
use them.
yeah, tubes. No, not so much.
I don't use the bus system now. I use the tube system sometimes, but I just hate public transport.
You snob.
Yeah, well, when I was I nearly forgot to blooming scan in at blooming station when I first started, so I had to go back quickly and nearly missed the blooming train. Yeah.
That is a stupid rule.
Well, the thing is, otherwise, if I didn't see him when I got to the destination now, it would have charged me the maximum fare when it didn't really actually cost that much. So.
Well, I don't know whether you guys realise if you come to London, even if you have like an oyster, which is a pass, or a travel card, or a freedom pass like I've got.
Or just a credit or debit card.
No, that's separate.
Yeah.
But you have to tap in and out every single station, and if you don't, they penalise you for it.
Yeah, we still have to do it with a credit and debit card. You use that the same way as
Hey
you use an oyster.
JJ,
But
how's your day been going?
if you do a 1 day travel pass, you only have to put them through. You have to actually put them through the machine to open the gates. You can't tap
No.
them.
You are supposed to tap in and out with the travel card as well.
We tried and it didn't work at the first station. It was.
You are supposed to.
Oh.
That's the rules. They're
Never
idiots.
Never mind. We already prepaid for that one, so they can't charge us anymore.
Yeah, but you should have done it the way I said.
Yeah, I know. Silly, silly me.
Not quite, but not a lot you can do.
Hey, no comment.
Yeah, Jay, I bet it's been all right. I got rid of all those.
There's a couple more up now, ain't it?
I mean, streamers.
Oh,
That's
right,
why it's
yeah.
still there. And it's been all right, apart from I had a bad health scare. So it's still a little bit iffy, but I had a really bad night terror, and it's sort of like started everything off. But apart from that, it's been good.
Yeah, I had a bit of freak out because I lost my wallet, and you know, number two to your mobile phone, that's your life as well. You know, you keep your cards, your cash, and everything out, and IDs, and
Hello. Hello.
hey, hey.
I can do it. I can do it from mine, but
There we go. I think I might have
you're going to do it from yours. Do it from mine then, rather than yours, or
I've muted. So
yeah, but how are you going to hear what's going on? Got my head.
I can still hear them through mine.
I mean, Nigel, if you want to come up again, because Tonkin's device went skew with, and I didn't realise it had gone skew with because I had my laptop muted, even though I'm controlling it from my laptop because it's easier to. But if you want to come back, Nigel, you can do.
Yeah. I had technical issues.
Your phone is very tapping, isn't it, at the moment? I mean, what on earth's gone wrong with it? Not normally like that, but it's Christmas Day. You know, it wouldn't be one of them unless we had like 3 or 4 technical difficulties in the stream, but it's good. So what exactly happened then, Smile? So on the joint channel, whilst was it when Art was live as well, or because I was like, because yourself, I was live myself for a little bit. No, it was a quick one, or because we had shed loads of things to do to sort out. Obviously, you know, the actual Christmas meals that we were going out for, and making sure that, you know, Eddie's plans were catered for, and Tonkin's as well, because when you've got 3 of us that all have different things we need to do, and that it gets a little bit difficult and confusing. So and it is. Oh, he sells knockoff TVs. I wouldn't know. Maybe not, but as long as they're good TVs, who cares? It actually reminds me of what film was it? It's Locks, isn't it? When he's at the beginning selling those moody bracelets, isn't it? When he gets chased by the Rozzers. Is that Stock? Oh, I can't remember the name that he plays it, but it's Jason Statham that gets chased off. He's blagging his moody gold at the beginning or something. I can't remember. Oh, I was still stealing Wi-Fi. It's funny that, so I actually went and asked the staff, I said, look, what is the actual difference? Because obviously we were thinking of going live today. And they basically turned around and said, it's not worth paying for. It's not that different to the actual free one. She said, stay with the free one, you'll be fine. It's not worth paying money. So she actually discouraged us from getting upgraded one. I mean, what hotel staff tells you not to spend money in the hotel? So I thought, well, okay. She was a good person. Hey, Rights. How's your day been, darling? And we would have jumped on your live, but we just literally got back from the restaurant and that, and we sort of got back to my room, and Tonkin and Eddie were continuing the party on. So I don't think they were, well, especially Eddie, I don't think he was in any particular state to do lives at that point, but in a good way, you know. He was enjoying, which is all what it's about, isn't it, you know? I sent you the wrong link. Did I? It's actually pinned in the box, so I'll put it in the I'm a dozing there. Right, hang on, I'll put it in again, and if you want to join, you can do. If any of you, like I say, if any of you want, you can do. I do not mind. And right, hello, you two.
Hey. I managed to escape, didn't I?
Oh, I can tell you now, Nigel, making people smile. He's a gentleman, but he's a bit of a comedian. He didn't mean anything by it, obviously. So, you know,
No,
I know that.
He's just a cheeky guy, lovable rogue, shall we say.
Uh-oh.
Hey, right. Merry Christmas, buddy.
What's going on?
Nothing much. I've just managed to escape Vix because she's been held me captive.
Oh, yeah, it's all my fault, obviously.
No, she's been getting the own back, you know, for all the trouble and torment I've been causing her over the year.
Payback, see?
Oh yeah.
Well,
exactly.
I actually thought that he had the key card to get in here, and knocked on the door, and because I was feeling a bit tired, and the effects of the medication I took. I didn't realise that I was hardly. Well, I was wearing clothes, but I didn't realise that I wasn't that covered up. So at least you can certainly say for damn sure that I'm not a 300-pound whale.
Yeah, yeah. I did have a bit of a bulgy eyes moment. Boing! Oh my God, Vic, do you realise?
Well, we are friends, so it's all grand and that. But
yeah, it's all right.
at least he didn't like have any cameras and that in his, because I'm sure he'd be taking lots of pictures of that. But I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't naked or anything like that. But
yeah, but Vix, have you checked Leo lately?
No, Leo Cam doesn't exist yet, but he will be doing that.
What's that tiny little thing on his ear then? Go check him.
Oh, don't.
Get him.
He is flat out on the bed. Yeah. He's not even stirring. So that actual Christmas dinner he had and everything else, and
yeah, well, I did tell you not to give him those Brussels sprouts, so you're going to be suffering all night, lady.
Well, he enjoyed them, so what can I do? But
yeah, you're just going to have to get a clothes peg and stick it on your nose.
I am going to say this. I mean, I am sick and tired of certain individuals thinking it's okay to mention people that aren't around and keep on going on and on and on and on and on about it. Now, I sort of said this already. Now, that day when that particular stream where Tonkin and Size Misses were at it a little bit. I don't mean at it as in sexual or anything like that. I mean
me and his madam.
Yeah, argumentative.
I remember that one. Me and his madam. Yeah.
But I'm going to say exactly. I actually heard that stream, and so did Marshall and quite a lot of people. Now, Tonkin started off really polite. And
I was polite.
Hang on a minute. I can get this out, and then you can comment and do what you want, and because it don't involve you. And from the actual start, because he didn't know what to call her, and I think you actually started calling her, didn't you? As a sign of respect. It wasn't anything nasty, and he was calling her Miss out of respect because he did the lady.
Yeah,
and
Tonkin I was treating with respect at first.
I said, would you mind? And you're talking over me again. It's like, for goodness sake, it's hard to get all this out in one go and being interrupted. Because I do want to get this sorted, and at least that way it's all get some peace from this, because it's getting to a point where it's getting complete and utter shit now. Well, it was shit before, but like I said, it started off nice enough, and he's calling her Miss, and he wanted to know, how to address her, because he didn't know her. He didn't know what she wanted him to use her Christian name or what, because when you're talking to someone on a panel, I don't know whether it was the first time or whether it was the second time, because I think you may have spoken to her on that stream that Aaron done in regards to when Jumbo accused me of doing all that crazy shit, But like I said, it started all nice enough, and then actually talking condescending towards Tonkin, and that started to rub him up the wrong way. And then Si was joining in with that, so he was like, hang on a minute here. You guys have been basically slating Vic for quite a while now, and not only that, they've been, well, I don't know about his missus, but Si in particular has been slating Cool Tools. He was saying, going on about the fellow with no arms and legs, which is disgusting. it was just going on from there. So that is where the madam thing came, because she said, you can call me madam. So what Si was sort of like saying in regards to that, Tonkin thought, right, okay, you want to be called madam? I'll treat you like a madam. And I think it was right, but he done what he done. I can't control what comes out of his mouth, and I'm not even going to attempt to do that. Because Tonkin's his own man, his own man. But he was bitching and moaning about the way, but one stream where Tonkin had got his back up, and he didn't appreciate, being spoken to in that manner, because he didn't do anything to deserve it at that point until that. And afterwards, she had the nerve to call Tonkin a paedophile, and then myself. So, no, I'm sorry, but
yep, and that's when I realised she's just the same as Si. Now, the thing is, I was up there. I was sober. I was trying to talk to her reasonably in that, just to see if she agreed. She agreed with all the stuff that Si has said online over this past year, and it's not just to Vix. It's mainly to women. Now, I just think he's a dirty piece of work.
She actually wanted clarified that stuff on what was said about Dwayne's girlfriend and all that. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've actually seen all of that and you know what we're talking about. If not, if you go on to the stream that says on my channel, it said, why did people lie, or something along those lines. The actual link in the description's in there, and sort of like see it all from there. But she actually wanted proof, but because Si knew exactly what was going to be played, he wouldn't provide the proof.
Yep. So his buddy Stephen Ronan decided to do it, and as soon as Stephen Ronan heard exactly what was going, he stopped it interruptedly, and it was sorry, sir. I just had to know. I'm sorry. And then after that, he's like, oh well, why don't you play the whole thing? And everybody knows I am computer illiterate. I'm only just relearning what I used to know, because I haven't really used a computer much in years. So I don't use a computer. I use my phone. So you're unable to bring up anything on StreamYard on your mobile phone.
But
that's why
Eddie was there because
yeah.
But I will hold my hands up. One of them contacted me and said, "Look, can you tell us where this information, what the timestamps are?" Because
that was me.
Because I've got a laptop, so it's a lot easier for me to scan things and pinpoint. Because they actually wanted to help we actually thought it would help the situation if Si's missus knew where it was. He said, because if that was my fella and I heard him say something like that, he would have got a mouthful from me for a start. Made him apologise to every single person that he done wrong by. So that's the kind of person I am, but it didn't happen that way,
Yeah, I think his attitude is just creepy and weird, and that, like the way he does it. When there's a new female on, for instance, on a live just after now, Stephen Ronan had a friend round or a female round. She came up and started talking, and that Si started talking to her, and within 2 minutes he was trying to get pictures of her, not any provocative pictures, just pictures of the face and that. Why does he need to know that she sounded a young woman. He's he's getting on his age. He's an old man. So why would he want that?
Ago, when it's not the same stream that we were talking about with the madam, but that's a different stream. So that people don't get confused in chat.
Yeah, but why would a guy who's getting on in his age and that want straight away want to know about a woman's face and that, how a woman looks and that? He wasn't really interested in what she was saying. He was just within like a minute and a half, he was badgering her for pictures.
Well, especially the fact he's got a missus that he's supposed to love and adore. Now, you shouldn't be interested in other women if you're in love with the person you're with. I mean, I know when I'm with a bloke fully, my eyes are with that person. I don't like date other people when I'm with someone. I don't think it's right. And if you're thinking about other people, then you shouldn't be with the person you're with. That's just the way I see things. I'm a bit old like that, I suppose.
Yeah. Sorry, Vix, to change the subject and that lot, but you know, I'd just like to thank you for stopping me from going and getting that spray tan the other night. You know, because you know, I am a big fat ginger and that lot. If I had a spray tan, I'd probably end up like the tango guy. You know. So that little tanny bit, which I was going to do, now I think was a wrong move for me. But the thing is, you know, because it's winter, I'm pale skinned and I'm ginger. You know, if I do go out in the sun, I do burn easily. So I thought, hey, you know, I might as well get a little bit of a spray tanning, have a little tanning session.
This is smart. I don't understand why he keeps on. Here we've got here. Oh, okay, that's fine. Hello, how are you?
Ring, 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 ring.
You all right?
Ring, ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Yeah, fine, yeah.
Hope you have had a good Christmas.
Yeah. Banging, yeah.
Oh, good. Nice one. Yeah. Yeah, well, I started off this morning with a bit of glitches. We had lots of issues trying to sort things out. I ended up losing my wallet and going crazy about that a bit, you know. Because, you know, I'm away. My wallet is the second thing, which is your life now, you know. Your mobile phone's your main life, you know, you have everything on that, but then your wallet, your second thing, where you have all your information, your cards and that, your cash and that. So, yeah, and on Christmas Day, you try and get hold of if you lost your stuff, you try and get hold of a bank to try and, you know, get some money sorted and stuff, you know.
To actually be fair, I mean, I have money, so it wouldn't have been dire, really.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know, but you know, I am planning to do things off after this trip, you know, and those would have been scuppered. But I ended up
one of them
finding
days, was it?
Oh yes, but you know, it ended up once we all managed to have the Christmas meal. The Christmas meal was good, and it was a nice experience, really.
I mean, I know it probably like turned people's moods a little bit, but I was actually at. Tonkin had walked Leo with me in his favourite park and that, and you know he jumped in his car, and because I was in my chair, I had to jump on public transport to get back to the hotel we're at and that. And whilst I was on the bus, I saw that attacked me.
Yeah, and if I well, a few years ago, Vix was attacked in the park late at night, and don't want to get into the details again. It was a very traumatizing experience.
Well, we can say to Nigel, I was raped at night by this guy, but he stalked me for 6 months prior to that. So, because of the timing of it and the way it was, it seemed to me that I was in the park with Leo and Tonkin. He was spying on us because it was just too coincidental.
Yeah, because like the minute I got in my car and that lot, she met him on the bus. You know?
No. He wasn't on my bus, but he was right there, and he glared right at me. And looked at me and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! And since then, I've been having like night terrors constantly, and went to the park today with in the car, and I couldn't get out the car. I was frozen. I couldn't move. I was like, crying my eyes out. I've never been like that before. I had a full on
meltdown, yeah. But because Leo needed his exercise and that's what she wanted, I had to take over, And we know from experience from a few days ago where I took him to a different park, let him off the lead, and I was like over an hour and a half trying to get him back. Now, and it wasn't between.
He was being a little monkey, but
Yeah.
the actual whole park was snow and ice, so it would have been dangerous for me to even attempt that.
Yeah.
You know, in my situation, so it was
Yeah,
mad.
but it wasn't. If it wasn't for this nice, kind-hearted Oriental lady with her dog, because he loves to go up to dogs and chat with, meet new dogs and all that lot. Is when she came in the park and let her dog go, and her dog was hanging around her for a bit, he went over, and as soon as I went over, I said, Do you mind? This is a friend's dog. I've been trying to get hold of him for the past hour. If he comes, he'll come up and greet you once he's greeted your dog. Now, if he gets close to you, can you just grab his harness? I mean, he won't do anything because you're female. He knows that. He won't pull you or anything because he's a big brute of a dog. Because another guy tried it about 10 minutes beforehand, and he just pulled it out of his hands. Now, I said, because you're female, I knew him. He's always gentle around females. So she looked at me a funny way, but when he came up to me, I said, just grab him. And she's like, okay. And then she just reacted, just grabbed him, and then he's like, oh, what's this? And he just stood still. So I was managed to get to him and actually put his lead back on and take control of him again. Now, I'd never met this woman before, and
he actually did look rather funny.
Yeah,
I know it wasn't a funny situation, but it was like a Benny Hill scene.
Yeah, I know exactly. I was chasing around the park. He'd stop and tease. He was like teasing me. He'd let me get so far to me, and before I could get within reaching Dixon, he'd hunch down, bounce in his front paws, and run off again, and then go find another dog to play with. And that, it's like, I'm running around there. It's like, oh, geez, man, how am I going to get this dog back? But he had a good time. It weared him out severely.
It certainly did. But you won't be doing that again in a hurry. But
oh yeah, exactly. Because like when he's on the lead with me, because I've walked him quite a few times, I do have control of him. But I can't. Because I'm not his master and that lot. When I'm off the lead, he won't come to me.
Well, he does.
It will take time if we do. Yeah, he does. But
he
he's
actually
cheeky.
does, but he's selective with it, isn't he? But it's what it is.
Yeah. Well, that time a few months ago when I came round yours and he escaped. No, he was playing around with me, but you ended up getting control of him. Then I think it was next time I came round, he did it again. And because he lets himself out the back, and I know I was trying to fix the back fence, which was broken, which your neighbours over the back deliberately did on purpose. And he got out, and I was about 45 minutes running around the streets trying to get him. But I ended up, he ended up coming to me because he got bored and that lot, and let me put the lead on him because I had to grab that. And well, it wasn't the lead; it was the harness, the lead what goes into my car, which I have from my next door neighbour's dog. Now, so I managed to put that on him and get him home.
No, I don't know whether you guys agree though, but wouldn't it be nice if these individuals would just stop talking about other people that aren't around to defend themselves? But yeah, if I was in the channel and somebody started on me, that's fair enough. I can defend myself then. But when, because before then I thought, no, I'm not going to be going on YouTube. I'm trying to get better. I've got things going on at home, and that which are far more important than any of this. And I'm obviously not going to say what they are, because a few of you know what they are. I'm not going to make it public knowledge because it's just way too personal, and I don't. It's not to do with. It's not about myself. It involves myself, but it's not about me. It's about other people, which I absolutely love. So that's all I'm going to say about it. But wouldn't it be nice if people just stop with the antagonizing bullshit? I mean, I don't like hearing it. I don't want to be dealing with it. I don't like seeing like any of my friends hurting by it, because some of them do get triggered by it, and people think it's funny. It's not funny, quite frankly, and it's not on, and it ruins other channels, because Cyan that don't do it from his own channel, he does it from other people's channels, so it makes it look bad on the channel that are letting him on the channel doing it. I mean, Art has done nothing wrong in this. I don't understand where that's come from. I spoke to Art, on his live the other day, and we had a good chat. It's the first time I've been on his live stream, which, I met a few of you guys in his chat, but it went really well, and the people in the chat were actually enjoying the conversation. So I don't understand why.
Surprise! I managed to hack the keycard system with my phone.
Oh, your device is connected. It came up that your device was connected, but it's connected now, so it's all good.
Well, I was going in the lift.
Well, how would I know that? I'm not psychic.
Well, that's the only way I could come up. I managed to hack the keycard system with my phone, because apparently I'm a good hacker.
Oh, for goodness sake, we talk about hacking.
Well, that's not true. I stole your room key.
But now we sort of like got that out the way, and that we can just basically concentrate on, having a good live and a laugh and joke and all of that, and take it from there, innit? So, Marshall, you haven't said anything, so would you like to talk and say what you want to say and all of that, or?
Well, Marshall's being respectful. He's not interrupting you. I'm sorry.
Meow.
Catty.
Yeah, it certainly has been, but no, I'm joking, guys, by the way, After Marshall.
Marshall Madness, are you?
Have you been on the brandy again?
You still haven't, Marshall?
Well, I don't know. Hang on, let's see. Oh, are you saying there's a load of shouting in yours where you are? Okay, well, as soon as it stops, that's fine. You can talk. So, how's your day been, right?
Well, it's a good day. Good day. Just had some turkey. I just started relaxing. We had a 24-hour marathon.
A 24-hour. What type of marathon are you talking about here? Like YouTube marathon, or?
Probably.
We started at 12 o'clock.
Just clarifying.
We had Guru, Dennison, me, and Frosty.
Oh, the three people that can talk for, well, there's a saying, talk for England or Ireland, because us English and Irish know how to really go on a bit. So we've been told. So you like that, were you? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we had a good time. Gannon showed up for a while, and then, he took off. He went to see you guys, and says he had a good time with you two. He had a real good time.
Are you talking about Guinness, did you say?
Yeah, Eddie Gannon.
Oh, no. So I thought you said Guinness. No, Eddie.
Gannon.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Yeah, my apologies.
That's all right.
Yeah, he said he had a good time.
That's good.
I told him, I says, did DJ cause any trouble at the bar, kick anybody out the window or what? So.
No. There wasn't any punch-ups or anything. There wasn't any need to be. And the guys in there were really nice people. They all wanted to say hi to the dog. The staff members in there were absolutely lovely. Expected the fact that I was having a little bit of a hard time in regards to my health, which is fine, it happens. But they actually wanted to make sure a whole list of my allergies, so there was no cross-contamination in the kitchen, and that they were being really good about all of it. The fact that we were a bit late because of I wasn't sure whether or not, because like a full-on panic attack, it's a similar feeling to if you're having heart problems. It feels exactly the same. And doctors have said that too. It's in the same place and all of that. And I was having that and other issues. So my heart rate was through the roof as well. And I think I was having a bit of both. So I tried to sort that out and get, nice and comfortable and get to the place where I could breathe properly and calm the hell down before going out to eat. And that I didn't want them to be dealing with me in that kind of state,
You know what, girl? This is no lie. You have more balls than I've seen some men do. Really, I congratulate you. You do. You're a strong-willed woman.
Well, put it this way: if anyone started trouble, they'd have been involved. She had to wear her big knee-high boots, and they had studs all over them.
I basically had black knee-high boots which laced all the way up, but they had studs on them as well. They were decorative. They weren't for like kicking people's heads in or anything like that, even though they probably could do that. But
Yeah,
I'm not a violent person, so I didn't get them for that reason.
No, it's just they look nice.
Yeah, they do look very nice. You're right, but I'm not going to make the situation worse because people already think, "What the heck," But I thought, well, wearing trainers, because it has been like the weather over here has been really like wet and horrible. I thought, well, I'll wear my boots because I thought it'd be a lot easier and that to like move around without using my chair, which hindsight I probably should have used my chair constantly, but trying to like help the situation for everybody. And because Tonkin was driving and it wasn't that much walking for me, it was a little bit very painful, but it took up a lot less room and everything, so that's why I had to wait a bit and calm right down. But I was still a little bit like scared in the pub. I didn't feel 100% safe in there, even though I was. We know what PTSD is like.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Your brain's not thinking straight, and why on earth did it have to happen today of all? Oh, it made me like really angry with myself. But like I said, there's nothing you can do. The fact that I bumped into the guy and all I could see was his smug look. So I've been talking to the guys today, and I think I'm going to go back to the police and say, look, are you going to do your damn jobs here? Because he's harassing me. Not like directly, but indirectly. Because the amount of times that I've bumped into him, the amount of times I've seen him miles away from my house, it's too coincidental for it to be happening constantly, and that's why I think in that. Oh, you want me to log into this again for you?
Yeah.
For goodness sake.
Wow. You'll see in a bit.
He's a nightmare. I mean, like I said, you can talk on mine for a bit. It's fine.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to do something else now. So if you really be my computer assistant.
Computer assistant.
Well, I'm computer illiterate. I'm still trying.
Yeah. Well, I actually sent it's the wrong bloody link earlier on. I mean, how terrible is that?
What? Was that the bikini car wash one I gave you?
Did Rice
I
get
don't know.
everything?
You'd have to ask. I mean, is he in trouble with his wife? Because if he is, that would be the one. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, buddy, if you've been running away from the skillet for a while.
That's normal.
Yeah, I know that. You know, if I caused it, I'm sorry about it.
Right, we'll try that now.
Hmm?
I don't know whether it's going
You
to
don't
keep
know.
going on.
We can hear you now, Cool Tools.
Are you
You
alright,
want to do
right?
the
How you
first bit, I'll
doing?
do the last bit.
Doing good. How about you two, Cool Tools? Doing good?
You had a good Christmas?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a beautiful one. Yeah,
That's good.
sure did.
That's good.
With my wife, and we sat there. We had a good time. One person was supposed to come on over, but they might have the Kool-Aid, so she couldn't come over.
Right, that's nice.
What,
I
what,
got to see my son.
what was it you wanted to get off your chest anyway, Marshall?
About what?
Well, I wanted to sort of like talk and that, but I may have got the way into the stick, but I probably have. But it's okay.
I don't know. I had nothing to get off my chest as such.
It's more just sort of like saying that he was on the joint channel slagging us all again, you know.
Alright. I can't be bothered with him.
No, this is what I'm saying. I mean,
Can't
it's
be
getting
asked
to the
talking
point
about
now.
him. It'll just alienate other people.
No, I agree, and it shouldn't.
That ain't my aim today.
I don't think it's anyone's aim any day, is it?
No, but I'd rather... I can't be asked talking about him. But yeah, I don't think it's going to change. I don't know. But I'd rather not be talk about it.
No, that's fair enough. So you said you saw your son and that. How was he today?
Alright. Yeah, he's alright. Just, yeah, I think everyone's having a bit of a quieter Christmas than normal, to be honest. But, yeah, they were...
Well, ours wasn't particularly quiet. I mean...
Well, they are really. They've gone to my brother's tonight. Went to her mum's at dinner time or whatever, and that was a bit tricky apparently. But and then come over here, but it's just weird.
Hey Shay, how are you doing?
Oh, Shay's in. You're right, Shay.
We
Making
actually
people smile,
managed.
Nigel. Whoever else is in the chat, hello.
We
No
actually
comment.
sorted out the candle for you.
Candle for Shay.
No, you asked us to get one for your sister. Remember? Have you changed your mind about that now that I've actually? It's what you asked for.
Oh, what? When you were gonna go somewhere and light it?
Well,
that right?
that's what you asked us to do.
All right, I didn't know you were doing it. Thanks.
That's all right, because I need another one anyway.
No. He said he wanted. So you basically asked if we'd mind getting you an extra one. So actually lighting candles for quite a few people, which is
All right.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it's not just 4 candles now.
Okay.
I'm just trying to link up Tonkin's device. It keeps on going away. Hopefully that should be sufficient.
No.
Oh, for goodness sake. So how's your day been? How has it been with the family and that? All good. So, Tonkin, I did do it in Chrome, and you've done that wrong already.
Okay.
I mean, I come out with his fine, but he's not playing ball at all.
Just
Yeah, it kept going out when I was talking to Tonkin earlier. I don't
Yeah,
know,
he's
like
playing
one
silly
spot was
buggers,
good.
but Tonkin, why don't you get my other phone? Do it there maybe.
Yeah, because I've just done something which I want to show. That's all.
Well, actually, I've got my other phone here, and see if you can see what the battery's like on it first, and
Oh, yeah.
see if we can do it like that.
I'll show you the reason. Avatar.
Well, that's not the best picture, I must say, but
Yeah, I know.
it's hard to bloody on his phone. That was on full battery today, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know, because it's ancient, the battery don't last long on it.
You had better use this. You're going to have to use that device.
Yeah. Just send it to me today, please.
Oh, you can just like talk from my laptop, can't you?
Okay, all right.
If you want to like put your earbuds in, I can take my sunnies out, and you can put your earbuds in if you want.
That's fine.
It is a compromise when you're sharing devices. It's a bit of a weird one, personally, but
Where's Eddie then? Is he having a nap?
We sort of like got him drunk.
Yeah. What do you mean we? It was me.
Oh, it was all you, was it?
Okay. Well, oh, yeah, you did buy him a pint, didn't you? Yeah.
And I got him a nice dessert as well.
Yeah.
But it was a bit of a weird menu that they were serving, to be fair. But I don't think he realised what he'd ordered.
Yeah.
And that, which we did try and explain it to him, but I don't know. But no, I think if you'd have come down, you would have enjoyed it because, let's say, the stuff were lovely. The food wasn't too bad, and Leo got his own bowl for free. They didn't charge us for it, and he thoroughly enjoyed himself.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you snore by any chance? Did I just hear that right? Fuck's sake. We could have a snoring panel, are we? Cheeky sod.
Do you know, I've come over a bit tired, like. I was horrendous the other night. It was so I couldn't fight it. I wanted to, stay up and I couldn't. I just couldn't fight it.
Well, you know that message you left on my thing? I didn't have a clue about it. I mean, I didn't know about who went live and all of that. I didn't really know what was going on until like later on because I couldn't sleep. So I knew Aaron had gone live, so I thought I'd go in there and support him. And Art and everyone was in there, and for quite a few hours.
Yeah, well, I
so
woke up at 5 and then I saw that. So I went and had a look.
I don't know why it got deleted or any. I didn't even know it had. I know nothing about it really.
I think they just do it now when.
But he didn't dare say anything to me because he probably knew what saying that.
I don't know. I don't know what was said or anything like that. I just heard to cut the rumours, but.
No, I mean, all I was doing in there, I was talking to Dwayne for a bit, and I was speaking to Dino for a little bit. I was just basically listening here and there and trying to get out my head a little bit because of it. Well, you know exactly what's been going through my head recently and all of that stuff. I mean, I don't have to really say on a live,
What was
but
the score with this guy? You saw him when you were going back to the hotel.
yeah, I was. Well, what the situation was. Tonkin and I had well, Tonkin basically was driving slowly because I tried to get on the bus to the park, but the bus driver was being a right ale, and he said, "Look, I can't let you on because pushchairs are on here." And I said, "Well, it's your policy that if a wheelchair needs to get on your buses, that wheelchair pushchairs are supposed to be folded up." And he got really arsy with me, and he goes, "Oh, okay, that there's another one of these 5 minutes behind." Well, I had the app. The actual bus was over 10 minutes behind. It was more like 12. So he lied to me. I could pinpoint exactly what the bus was because I had it on satellite.
Right.
So I thought, right, what to see basically. So, but no, I'm not dealing with that. So I basically went to the normal park, and Tonkin basically was in his car and he was driving slowly to make sure I was okay and that with Leo. Hey AJ.
Don't lie, I was doing a bit of curb crawling.
Curb crawling, for goodness sake. Yeah, well, we had a good time in the park, and Tonkin got back in his car and he said, "Look, I'll meet you at the hotel." I saw that there was, a bus due a few minutes, but it came early, so I had to call Tonkin to say, "Look, I've missed that bus," just in case he thought I was on it and that, on the one behind. Whilst I was on that bus, I saw the guy that done what he did, so I sort of messed a few things up for me, but I did sort of tell Tonkin eventually that I just seen him.
You should have rang him and he could have come and given him a good fucking hiding.
Well, he would have had to
Or at least walled him up.
Well, he would have had to have turned the car around, find the guy, and I didn't want any more hassle than there was.
Well, I don't know.
You know, but it's sort of given me a lot of night terrors and day terrors since. And today has been the first time that I've been frozen solid. I couldn't get out of Tonkin's car. I was frozen solid, and I think I said to Kin, "I don't feel safe. I can't move."
Yeah, you did.
So it was a full blown thing. I've never had that before. Yeah, I came to the park straight away. It took 6 weeks before I could go back to the park, but I did it for Leo basically. But this is the first time since that I've had a blown panic attack and or what goes on with PTSD, and that it was so full on. Oh, it was nasty. I couldn't stop shaking. I didn't know what was going on. It wasn't myself, and I hate that. But it is what it is, isn't it? You know. But for it to happen though on Christmas Day.
Similar thing happens. Certain song, certain smell. You know what I mean? It happens, and you've got to just try and deal with it. That's the thing, isn't it?
We will talk offline, and I will explain to you what happened during night terrors, and then you might get a bit more understanding on why it was so bad. I'm not going to do it on a live, obviously, because it's people's Christmas Day.
Yeah. Look at the fun aspect to this week. You know what I mean? You're doing something different. You should enjoy it. Do your best.
Well, hopefully the weather will be good enough tomorrow so we can like sort out the candles and do all of that tomorrow. We've got quite a few for all the people that we do it for, and I think we are going to like video it for the actual people involved so that they have a copy of it. I don't think it'd be appropriate to put it on YouTube because that's not what it's about. I mean, I don't mind putting mine because that's about my family and that, but do I want to share that experience with the whole of YouTube? I'm in two minds about it. Because, yeah, it'd be something nice to do. But then again, it's a private moment and do you want me to bring you up yet or not? No, okay then. Oh, he's being temperamental again.
Yeah, well, I'm trying something new.
Well, of course you are.
Normally, like Wi-Fi, business Wi-Fi is normally pretty good.
Oh, it actually has been alright today, but
How many
was
beds is that hotel?
how big is this hotel? Was that like bed?
How many beds?
I'm not actually sure, but is it 4 or 5 floors? This hotel? 7 floors.
Because normally they'll have one on one side and then different Wi-Fi on the other. If it's that big.
But it was literally mad yesterday because they had a full blown power cut at night. All of a sudden, and yeah, I mean the chances of that happening. I mean things have been popping off like all day yesterday, weren't they, Tonkin? It wasn't the best day. Everyone was in a bad mood and people were just like pushing past you and
Typical Christmas Eve rush.
well, yeah, but you know, if you're going into like supermarkets or whatever, the staff shouldn't really be talking to you as if you're like something off the bottom of their shoe, you know? That's the way I see it. I mean, it is what it is, and obviously I take it up with the management and that, and well, we actually went out of our way to a store because that they've got like stock checkers. But the actual stock checker lied. So when we actually went all the way over there, found out that they didn't have any. When it says online that they have plenty, it's like, oh, for goodness sake. So we thought, is it going to be like that every single time we try, that they're going to lie, you know? But, you know, it all gets sorted out in the end. You know, we got the candles and everything for everybody that wanted them, and it should be a nice experience for the people that are involved in that. And the fact that we are going to video it like separately for each person and send it to them so they've got their own personal memory of that, because I thought that was important to do that for them, because you know good memories are important. You know, to sort of like say a prayer or a poem or something that was important to the person. I mean, whether you want to think about that, Marshall, yourself, and message what your sister would like, maybe. But it's got to be done quickly because it's going to be obviously happening tomorrow at some point. But I mean, yeah, I could do it for you, but I didn't know your sister, so it's quite hard to sort of like put it into words when I don't know the person, you know.
Too much. That'll be enough.
Everybody's in trouble now.
Yeah, that is a picture of one of my boots, but it isn't the best picture.
Yeah, well, I haven't got the lighting. I haven't got the camera crew.
But it looks as though the
That's
boot
that
looks
thing
really
in
fat when
Liverpool,
it's
isn't it?
not.
Well, the Wirral.
Yeah, well, it's not that fat. I had to
Mental,
pat it with
innit?
a towel to make it stand up. But
Don't
if you
think.
could,
So you basically saying my boot is like a limp dick?
Yeah, me
oh,
now.
maybe. Sorry. Yeah, we could just hear you, just about.
Who's that in the bottom corner? Is that you, Tonka? You got more
No,
identities than fucking
let's fix it. Let's
Inspector
fix his
Clouseau, you are.
bomb boots.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, Tom Joe. That Tom Joe's been teaching me
Go on.
a thing or two.
Breaking up.
How can I be breaking up?
You was.
If we're breaking up.
Shall I do it for mine and then you can mute yours? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a nice thing, isn't it?
Is that better?
Right. Does that actually sound better, guys? Does it sound better coming from my laptop?
Oh,
That seems
yeah, it
to
does.
be, yeah?
Okay, we do it like that then.
Yeah, it seems. At least I can hear. It's just annoying when you only get one word probably every
I
5
don't
you
need
spoke.
it, Tonkin, because I've got my sunnies.
Yeah, well, I'm just letting you hear the sound quality.
Well,
It's
the
amazing
sound
how
quality in
varied
my
it is.
sunnies is going to be a lot better than the sound in yours.
Yes,
It's your device.
Mine are professional DJ headphones, so it's all good and that, but... So what do you guys actually want the topic of conversation to be tonight? Because I'm not actually bothered. I mean, we could go serious. We could be really funny. We could be really rude.
See who comes in.
I don't mind it going any which. I don't want it to turn into a drama stream. That's the one thing I will not put up with. And I do want to say this, and I hope he gets this message. But Merry Christmas to Guinness and Guinness's beautiful wife, and I hope you had a wonderful day. And I hope things have been going well for you, my brother, because we all miss you and we all respect you, and it'd be nice, every once in a while to sort of like let us know you're okay. I mean, I don't know whether or not Marshall agrees. I know Tonkin does because he sort of like said so himself. The people in the chat that don't know Guinness, he is one of the most wonderful, loyal, gentle souls online. He's very knowledgeable. He's well travelled. Like, he's lived in a lot of places. He's been through a lot of stuff in his life. So
A lot of life experience.
oh yeah, but he doesn't. He's not one of these like one-uppers at all. Like you get if somebody talks about
Yeah, if you've been
football,
to
for
Tenerife, they've
example.
been to 11
Well, quite something
like
like that.
It's a good way of putting
But
it, isn't it?
he was never like that, and he'd be there for you whenever you needed him. Or
They expect that from travellers, don't they? They always expect that. People, they always think that, because a lot of people and the travelling community do sort of have that type of air about them, yeah? I know that for fact. It's a little bit about, you know, but there's a pride aspect to that as well. It's not always showing off, but that kind of does look that way sometimes.
He was, yeah, I mean,
But he wasn't like that whatsoever.
he would say he's a traveller, and he's very passionate about travellers' rights, and which he should be. He should be proud of where he comes from, and I do think a lot more should be done for travellers' rights in regards to being in Ireland. And I mean, I couldn't believe it when he actually said that they're treated like first citizens in their own country, and it's like, seriously, even now. And you wouldn't think that kind of thing would still be going on, but it is. I think it's absolutely disgraceful. And then you've got all that stuff in regards to Ukrainians and that taking up housing and all of that. I mean, okay, I don't have a problem if they're legitimate refugees. They legitimately need help, but the majority of them don't, and they're taking the blatant Michael. It's the same in England as well, and I wish they'll just knock it off, you know.
Yeah. But it looks a certain way when our own people aren't getting housed or getting any opportunity or even getting put in a hotel. And then people come across the channel, what you know, of course people are going to be bitter. They come across the channel or whatever, and next thing you know, they're in a hotel. Whatever description, you know, being fed 3 meals a day. But if you're from here, or Ireland or whatever, you're getting nothing. Pretty much. You might get a bit of help from a charity here and there, but you're not getting nowhere near that. You may as well get a ticket to France, right, and come across, and don't give any name or anything. Yeah, you get much better. If you were homeless, raise the money for a ticket to France, go to France, throw away your passport, and come across in a dinghy.
Well, that's basically what they're doing. That they throw their documents. They throw their documents in the sea on their way over.
In fact, someone should do that as a social experiment. What do you reckon, Tonka? Fancy it, mate? You fancy it?
Yeah.
Did you actually hear that, Tonkin?
No, it's a social experiment. That would be the best.
Did you actually hear what Marshall just said to you?
Yeah.
But you didn't answer him, so that's why I thought
that
I'd
would
ask.
be like the ultimate social experiment, if you ask me. That would prove such a point. You know, bam, over to France, throw away your passport, or you know, send it back, whatever, and come across in a dinghy. Get picked up and see what happens. You will get everything.
What annoys me about this, so, is that they get like a clothing allowance, free phones, a food allowance,
Pocket
get money. They get put on these cards all the time, and they get put up in hotels. But if you're
3 meals
like
a day, but the meals have got to be a certain standard and all this.
Well, I mean,
like,
our homeless are lucky to get 1 meal a day, let alone 3.
Unbelievable.
You know, you get people over here that have served our country with honour. They actually come back broken. There's nothing. There's no help. There's no nothing. And then you get illegal migrants that get handed it all to them on a silver platter. I mean, that is absolutely wrong and terrible on all levels, quite frankly. And till the government sort that out, I don't have any respect for any of the MPs and that.
No, it is very unfair. You know, when it's done like that. You know, and someone should show it. Really?
Well, a lot of I mean, I can tell you channels now which are showing it all the bloody time.
No, but somebody should show like that idea I just had there and then as a social experiment.
Well, I think a couple of these guys already have done that. I mean, I would have to.
On...
I would have to look into it to make 100% sure, but I'm sure that they did do that to find out how easy it'd be. Yeah. But I will look into it for certain. I mean, if I'd made a mistake on that, then obviously I'd apologise for it. But I'm pretty sure I heard them say that. But it could have been about something else. So I will make sure. But like I said, if I've got that information wrong, I'll definitely apologise about it. Damn sure. But it is wrong. And amazing,
and
like
the amount of them is unbelievable.
Oh, there are thousands coming over each week.
And down the country, they're housed in hotels.
Well, those are the ones just from Dover. Yeah, they're the ones that come in on lorries, and the ones that you can't see through the actual tunnel and all of that. And then you've got New Haven and the other ports as well. So I hate to think what the actual real figure is.
Yeah.
You know, it's absolutely disgusting and disgraceful, if you ask me. I can't believe Wright's done like a 24-hour marathon, and now he's asleep on my panel.
Is he?
I muted him because he was snoring, but bless him. But I said I don't mind. If he needs to sleep, he needs to sleep. You know, it is what it is. Isn't it mad though that a lot of people get offended if people fall asleep on your panel? I mean, it doesn't bother me personally.
Never bothered me, to be honest.
Well, I don't know whether you remember Can't Beat the Weed In, can't you?
I do.
Well, you remember that time when I hadn't slept for, I think it was just over a week at that point, and I was so shattered. And he'd done an early morning live. I think it was after he just got back from work or something, and he actually fell asleep, which I don't normally do. He had to have a massive go at me.
Did he?
But he already knew that I hadn't slept all week at all, not even for 5 minutes. So I was thinking, what a cheeky sod. I mean, if I'd have ruined his channel or whatever, fair enough, but no. But you know, quite a few people in his channel were sort of like saying, look, she's hasn't been to sleep. Won't you leave her be? Because this is good that she's actually getting some sleep finally. But he didn't see it that way. I don't get people at times. I mean,
It could be a bit strange though, couldn't he, that guy, to be honest?
Well, but the thing is, it wasn't deliberate. It's like somebody deliberately does something to do something bad on you, or that's different. But I don't see people falling asleep. I mean, I wasn't like snap on camera because I mean I wasn't smoking weed at that point. I haven't for years, but I wasn't snorting lines of drugs. I wasn't doing anything bad on him. I wasn't like being bad on anyone. All I'd done was gently. I wasn't even snoring. I just gently fell asleep on his hand. I mean, what's wrong with that? Really? I don't think I did anything really wrong. I mean, I apologised to him, sure. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. He was a bit strange at times anyway, that guy.
Oh, I think we'll be a bit strange though, can't we? I mean, we all have days when we like it, but the fact is, not only did he have a go at me in the morning, he carried it on to the evening as well. So that is when I turned around and sort of like said, right, I'm not doing this anymore. You know, that's why I stopped going into his channel, because that reason he didn't have any respect for me. So that's why I thought, no, if you're not going to respect me, why now should I support you in the way I do and help you out and stuff like that?
His channel went to rat shit anyway, didn't it?
I actually couldn't tell you, Marshall. I haven't really
did,
been on
yeah.
his channel.
I got told that his lives went from sort of reasonable numbers down to just a few. You know,
Well,
so
to be fair, there was that issue. I mean, I'm not going to go into it because it's his business. I know a lot of people don't appreciate when people have underage, whatever. I'll leave it at that. I think that was the main issue, or one of the main issues.
yeah. But
So, what is actually happening? Is is it your brother or cousin seeing the Goonies match? Are you coming down, or what's
he's
going
not.
on?
No, it's
No.
too late.
It's starting at 8 o'clock at night. Can you believe that?
Well, okay, but
That's why he ain't going.
well, he could have stayed here.
Well, that's what I suggested, but it's a non-starter. I'm surprised. You know, he's got a season ticket, and obviously he had to get the tickets for the kids, but still, I really thought he'd be going, but no, for an 8 o'clock start when they've got to get on the tube and that's the issue.
Well, you don't have to go by tube. You could have jumped on
No,
a
they
bus or
generally
something.
do.
Or...
Yeah, they have to go a certain spot and then they get the tube in. That's the way it's kind of done. So
Well, I mean, I could sort of see 8 o'clock in Arsenal. Especially if you're taking children, I could sort of, but he didn't have to take the kids, surely. You could have gone without
yeah,
them.
he would have done, you know, because it's holiday and all that as well, isn't it?
But it's unusual, though, to
That's what
have a
he
late
said. But
kickoff.
listen, things can change. I know what he's like. But
Well,
yeah, it's like
so you actually think he could just change his mind and come down here? Then is that what you're saying?
might do, yeah. Don't know. But that was what was said. It makes a bit of sense, to be honest, with what's happened in the past.
Well, with this hotel in particular, they don't charge you extra for bringing extra people. It's done by room and not the amount of people you have. So whether or not you want to mention that to him, and
it's not really that.
It's the travel times.
Eh?
Well, the thing is, it's an 8 o'clock kickoff start. So he'll be late in the afternoon. Now, probably be up all day with his kids. 8 o'clock kickoff. Won't be out of the stadium till about 10:30 now.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Oh, I totally get it, but like, if he wanted to go to the game
I'm
on his
surprised it's that
well,
time. What the hell?
we actually could have like sat with his kids and minded them while he went to the game. You know, it would have been safe for
Yeah, he
all of
wouldn't do
us.
that. Yeah, but he just wouldn't do that. Nightmare.
Well, it's annoying for you, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, and then my mum says, well, you're not in any fit condition to go anywhere anyway. All this stuff.
She actually said that. Oh, for goodness sake.
That's my mum. But she's said things in the past about bloody family dues, hasn't she, and all that. Do you remember?
No,
Yeah.
dude. But at the end of the day,
Yeah, she did.
she is your mum, and you only have one of them. And I know sometimes they say some stuff, but I think if you didn't have her in your life anymore, you'd be destroyed. Because it does sound like a wonderful woman.
No, she's a good mum, but the thing is, it's like, it's just, I don't know, 24 hours is 24 hours, does it matter where you're spending it? It's better to spend it with friends, isn't it?
Well, of course. Well, you certainly would have been looked after because there's no way
Oh no, I know that, it's
anything
like
bad.
unbelievable the way it's all panned out this year, to be honest. Considering last year I had
And then
absolutely
yeah.
no choice. I had no choice, did I, last year? With what happened.
no.
Remember, I got bloody Christmas Eve, we got told it was lockdown.
Now, Marshall, I'm going to get my Christmas present to you. So, you know, got a nice polyester tracksuit with some tennis
Pardon?
shoes.
He was talking about
Great.
your Christmas present for you or something.
Yeah, polyester tracksuit with some tennis shoes.
I'm not a scouser.
Liar, I think you are.
Yeah, we know your secret
Trust
scouser.
me, I ain't.
Yeah, you are.
I ain't.
I think you may be a woolly, actually.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am, but what of it?
Hey, Marshall, can you confirm that this is a real picture of me on my avatar? You've seen me.
I actually think that picture's an improvement, actually.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, that was me on a good day.
Well, at least it's got the ginger side, right?
Yeah.
No, it's got your ginger side.
Pretty accurate to what I saw that day.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
When I caught you at the dog in sight, that's how we met, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
And
Yeah.
and for
There's
you
nothing
guys,
like a dock leaf to cover your bits.
and for you guys that you know say that I not cam up. Marshall, what did I do the other day? And which I think surprised you because I could do it on my new laptop. No, I know, but you weren't expecting me to do that now, were you?
No, I didn't not expect anything, but yeah, you uncammed. Totally.
So I actually don't mind doing
I
it,
knew
but
you were 30 stone Vix.
30 stone, yeah, right.
You don't have to fucking tell me. I knew you were 30 stone. My mate was one at Fireman that got you out.
I know. Tell him I'm
Honestly.
sorry. Tell him I'm sorry for breaking his back.
Unbelievable. You know, if I, do you know the things that come into my brain occasionally, and if I started believing them, I mean, wow. I don't have quite that sort of stuff come into my brain, but do you know what I mean? It's like, what the hell is this guy on about? I can't believe you've got
oh,
away with it with a reasonably intelligent group. Do you know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
yeah, I could sort of see it at the time when Dwayne and I were having issues, but we sorted all that out now, and we're in a good place. I am so proud of him. The fact that he's off the drink and the other stuff, and he's got himself employment, and he's happy and healthy. Look at the Rosie's looking after his grandparents. Good on him for doing it. That takes balls.
It does.
He certainly has my respect now.
I'm listening.
And
Just give me a moment. I need a pee.
oh, lovely. And anybody that comes from going through such a bad time with addiction or serious problems like that, and can actually, turn it around. Yeah, it took a while. I think he hit rock bottom before he could do all of that, which a lot of people do. And now he's on the other side, and he's coming across sounding very healthy, very happy, and his life has come together. Now, anyone that can do that and shows that, and he hasn't changed too much. I mean, he's still got a good sense of humour. He will still help people. I mean, there was a period of time when we both wanted to kill each other, but not literal. But it's not like that anymore. So if people can actually do that and actually sort of like say, things got really bad, and he apologized to me, I apologized to him, and we took it from there, and it's gone good since. But it's very, very difficult to help with addiction, because there aren't that many services out there that really do help, unfortunately. And I don't know whether you agree with that, Tonkin, but it's those things where I feel like banging my head against a brick wall sometimes, because you really want to help these people. I'm not a professional in that way. What on earth are you doing? You having a sneaky ciggy?
Yeah, I know. And plus, I got called out on the job, didn't I?
Oh, what with you in your Amazon delivery truck?
So, I've just got to spend a couple of hours away, just do a couple of things,
I hope. Well, when you actually come back up here and we actually end. I'm not going to end the live stream like straight away, but I'm going to try and sort your phone out for you to see if I'm pretty good at fixing phones normally, but sorry, it's definitely gone wrong with your phone. You're sounding very choppy.
That's the wind. It's windy out here.
No, but even when you was up here, Marshall was saying
that's because there's reverb.
I'm not sure about that, but we can make sure just to be certain. If there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong. But if there is something wrong, it might just need cleaning.
Yeah. Oh, I should have brought my cleaner. Is that any better?
No, I can hear you a lot better now. Yeah.
There you go. See?
I was gonna ask
Need
you, Jamie, how is the new place now? Because obviously moving house is stressful at the best of time, but you know you doing it well around this time of year. I mean, wow! How hats off to you for doing it, because if you're moving around during the Christmas, I mean, if it has to be done, it has to be done, doesn't it? You know. But hopefully you'll be in this place for quite a bit, and you have to move again, because that'd be a pain in your ass, wouldn't it? You know. It's the one thing I do hate is moving.
Sorry?
So that's the one thing I hate is moving. It's such a stressful experience, isn't it? Unless you guys disagree, but I actually think it's a bad thing to do, just moving house. Are you enjoying Arts Live there, Marshall?
I'm just listening to it in the background. Why is that? You can't hear it, can you?
Well, how on earth do you think I would be able to tell that you were listening to Arts Live if I couldn't hear
Sorry,
it?
I'll turn it down.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter to
This girl
me.
was going to go on as well. I'm going to have a break in a minute. Because I've got to do meds and that.
I thought you normally had your meds at like 12:30, but
12, yeah. 12.
I thought they normally brought them in about between 20 past and 12:30. It's maybe all the times I'd spoke to at that time. Okay.
It depends who's on.
But what I was going to ask, I mean, if it does turn out that you actually can come down here for a day or so, have they said that they'd be able to sort your meds out for the whole day or whatever? They gave you hassle last time, didn't they? Even though it's your own script.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's absolutely nuts, because if it belonged to them, I could understand. But it came from your own doctor's surgery, so they are your medications. I would certainly put my foot down with them if I were you, you know. I know there's only so much you can do, isn't there, you know?
Yeah, it's just a bit OTT.
So, how are you feeling now? Because after I read that message you left me yesterday, I was like, oh shit. I didn't see it until quite late, so I didn't want to call you just in case you were asleep or whatever, or doing something else. So I don't like calling people at that time of morning, so I know they're up and all of that, you know.
Knocked out.
So you actually get a night's sleep then?
Yeah. A bit. Yeah,
but it's not so, isn't it? That I haven't been able to sleep for near enough a week, and you've been able to sleep like a little baby. I wasn't being nasty saying that, but you know. I just got to work out why all of this is happening now, when it hasn't happened. I haven't thought about this guy really apart from when I saw him, obviously, but that could be a trigger all on its own, but highly doubtful because of the severity of it.
Weird, isn't it?
Right. If anyone's got any ideas in the chat on how to deal with this naturally, not like taking mind-numbing drugs or whatever, because I don't really need that. I would literally get one of those cannabis cards and do it that way, and do it legally.
You'd probably be alright on them edibles.
Possibly. I wouldn't really know, but you still have to have an assessment. For...
Get someone to send you some.
If you think about it like this, so if the customs knew, you could get into serious trouble about it. So I don't know whether it's worth it or not. Sometimes.
But them edibles is a totally different thing, isn't it? It's like.
Oh no, you're right. They are.
And the pain relief, and you're not smoking and messing around, and you could get someone from the States to send you over a few packs every now and then.
No, but
look at how them other things did for you. The oil.
Yeah, but the actual thing of it is though. Hang on, I'm just going to put Tonkin's earbuds in my laptop. Hang on. So we go with this. Can you hear us both here, or is it all good? Is it sound all right?
Was it sounding choppy? Marsha?
Eh?
How's the sound? Is it choppy?
No, that seems right.
Okay, well it's not buds.
No. Your earbuds can be a bit temperamental. I've noticed that when we actually popped over to go to art for the first time the other day. That actually felt strange for me, because I actually thought you'd be joining us as well. No, it's a problem that you didn't, but
yeah, well, one fix I'll talk about his visitor later, because he did tell me.
No, I say it's fair enough, but well, we didn't actually train, but it's not that I haven't spoken to Art before, obviously, which sort of helped the situation, but I say it was quite nice speaking to quite a lot of the people that I can actually sort of like know that I've spoken to them a little bit more, to put names to faces a little bit as well, and yeah, I mean, he's got some trolls in his channels, but he's got some, you know, quite decent people in there, I'd say. Which is what you need, isn't it, when you're trying to run a successful channel? You need strong people to back you up if necessary. No, I don't mean like with physical violence or anything like that. I just mean, you know, just. Well, I don't know what you want to do, Tonkin, but I think that this medication I've taken is making my head feel a little bit like.
Yeah, well, you know, it is Christmas. It's coming up to 12 o'clock, so you've been on, you know, nearly 2 hours.
It's been a couple of hours, but the most important thing for obviously St. Stephen's Day, or what you guys call Boxing Day, is
to remembrance for all the loved ones which we've lost.
Well, especially like for Eddie's like parents. When I've literally got to like do 8 candles myself, which is quite a handful for me. The bad thing of it is, you know, that laptop I had, the one that blew up with the battery. I actually wrote it was a little bit like a song, but it was a poem and a prayer because I knew I'd be doing this for my mum. And oh, Eddie's come up. Hi, Eddie.
Hey, Eddie.
Hey guys.
The actual fact, I thought it was on the cloud, but it's not on there. So I've literally found out that it's not anywhere to be found. So now I've got to scramble around and try and memorize what it was or start again. Because I mean, I am pretty good at writing and poetry and songwriting and that, but doing it in this time frame, especially dealing with my head the way it is at the moment. I mean, it's like I say, you know, if you do want something nice said about your sister, Marshall, let us know. And if you want to give me some information about what important to her, I could maybe
it should be
put that into something. Well, it's better than just lighting a candle. It makes it
I
look
don't know. I don't know
personal,
what
you
I'd
know.
say now. It's bits.
Well, it's not so much about what you would say; it's about what she would say. You know,
Probably.
and you actually know a lot more than any of us. So, you know, if you want to like out it overnight and message us in the morning,
Yeah.
I can see what I can do.
Alright.
And then take it from there, isn't it?
I'm gonna get off and do my meds, and then are you still gonna be on or what?
Well, I'm sure Eddie would probably like this for a while. How's your head, Eddie?
Yeah, it's I was just wiped out, but I'm okay now. Yeah.
That's right, but well, you did have quite a few, and obviously Bailey's as well, and
yeah, I'm just a bad influence on you, ain't I, Eddie? You drunk.
Well, I am Irish, so I have to. So I can
Suck
handle
it up. Yeah.
You're not the only Irish one. Well, I say I'm half, but it shows rights.
Don't argue with a fully Irish man.
Right, I'm gonna get off. Right.
All right, Marshall, you take it easy and
if you're still on, are you doing backstage or something?
Yeah.
See you later, right? If you're around. See you later, Eddie.
All right, Marshall, I'll try and get that shell suit to you, okay?
See you later, Tonka.
All right, take care, mate.
I've got a pop in arts a bit later as well.
All right, bud.
If anyone wants to come over there.
Do it in Discord, maybe. I don't know. I mean, if it's easy
I'll
or
put the link
whatever.
in the chat anyway.
All right.
Discord, alright.
All right, take care, everyone.
Right. Take care, yeah. See you later.
Bye.
Alright, bye.
So, what did you want to do, Eddie, yourself? I mean, so I'm not too bothered in that, but it is completely up to yourself.
What's going
on? Well, you've just come up and you know we was just about thinking of wrapping things up in a bit because Vic's getting a bit heady again.
Yeah.
Well, I said it's the medications I've taken today. I mean,
yeah, I know.
I was thinking, you know, about obviously what's going to happen tomorrow and that, and it's just going to be, you know, a difficult day for quite a lot of us, really, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. Well, if Eddie wants to like wish everyone well, and you know, we could probably just end this live because it is getting Well, it's getting towards the end of Christmas Day now, guys, isn't it? So
Yeah.
I don't know. We could probably just, try and make the arrangements after this live, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know whether you want to like do it like say Discord or whatever.
Well, we're sort of here now, so
You can do, and I know Rights is falling asleep yet again.
right, it's Christmas. Right.
But what about maybe doing a live tomorrow night? We've done the candle stuff and that, and
Yeah, well, yeah. If you know how to blooming transfer and render videos and that up, you can show a little video of it.
it would take a little while to edit that out though, because when you use programs like Cyberlink and stuff, it does take a while to sort all that out.
Yeah, well,
It's not instant, is it? And that's the only way of actually probably doing it, isn't it?
yeah, well, I'll have a go at doing it, so there won't be much editing to be done.
Well, I don't know what Eddie thinks about that, but it does normally take a little bit of time to go through and make sure it's all like above board and that for each person and whatever. It's not like an instant thing, is it? Doing videos and stuff, is it? I didn't think like going live straight to, because I can literally go live from YouTube to where I and do that, but then again, it's quite a personal thing, and I don't know whether all the people involved would want YouTube as well. Because there are a lot of other people involved here. It's not just us; it's other people too, and I wouldn't want them to feel obliged because it doesn't have to go online.
Well, keep in mind that like the negative people will be ridiculing like what we're going through, you know.
Well, would the actually, I mean, say for example, I was to put it on there and go live straight from YouTube and that, but without having streamed ever, and that these actual people were to do that, then it just makes them look like the a-holes that they actually are. But basically, we're going out of our way to do something like really nice for people and their families that are thinking their loved ones in a bit. So it would just make them look foolish and stupid. But I'm between the rock and a hard place. I would like people to sort of like think a little bit more then about how people are thinking and feeling around this time of year, and it's not all happy. I mean, Christmas is a happy time for a lot of people. It's also a really bad and sad time for a lot of others. So, but if people like, if I do like go live, and that's from it, and like you say, the negative people do try and come out to play. I mean, there'd be no messing at all. I would reach out to some people that I can trust to be like super mods in a way, and I would say that anything remotely goes out there, take them out on site. But that's if I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to do it yet, but it's an option. But we can talk about it when we actually get there, because it all depends how many people are there in the area as well. How loud it is, the weather and all of that. There's a lot of variables there, isn't there, So I'm taking my gone, so I had to hold my nose and that. That's why I went a bit quiet. All this stuff tastes, ugh, really disgusting. Cannot stand aniseed, but at least it's better than the other one. I take the other one and it decorates the room, which I'm sure you guys wouldn't want to be dealing with that now. So it is what it is. What do you want to do, Tonkin? Do you want to and this and that? We can make plans for
Tomorrow, yeah.
the candle thing and whatever. And I know it's important to Eddie and yourself and a few other people. So that is one of the main reasons of you coming over here, wasn't it? It's sort of like you weren't on your own dealing with it, because it is hard with all those emotions on your
I
own.
mean, put it this way: if I mean, like, if it wasn't for you guys, I would have been alone anyway. So I'm just.
I saw like said that at the thing, because Smiles didn't making people smile, didn't realise that that you'd come over here with us as well. You didn't realise we were all together. And I sort of like mentioned it. We've been trying to sort this out for a little while, and this was the best way of doing it. And we didn't want you to be on your own at Christmas either. Dealing with the first year of all of this, I was numb to it the first year because of obviously what happened the year before with the other stuff. So, but I'm certainly feeling it all this year, so I can sort of like feel where you're coming from. So dealing with that on your own, and then you've got other stuff you're dealing with as well, which I'm not going to mention in business, but it's crazy. Hey, D. Jones. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, dear Jones. Merry Christmas
You had a good
and a Happy
day
New Year.
with your grandkids and that, and hopefully you made all them wash up rather than I would have done. That was a good thing about today. There was no washing up, was there?
No, exactly.
None whatsoever, which I thought was pretty decent. Even though that menu was a little bit of a mismatch, there's the food.
Oh, yeah.
I would eat there again. I would definitely, promote that place, and we could definitely do that again. And we could possibly try it at that place that I suggested by the station. I'm not talking about the station near here, the one further afield. See what that's all about, maybe. But we can talk about that after we've sorted the candles and that out, because I think that wipe this all out emotionally. So we're literally going to like jump off, guys, so that we can make arrangements for what we're doing tomorrow. And that if I do decide to go live, and all I'm going to say is, please be respectful. Because it is about remembering loved ones and
celebration of life.
Well, it's definitely celebration. Obviously, with the celebration, there comes a lot of emotional, happy emotions, but sad ones, happy memories and sad ones. I mean, I don't know whether or not say do go live with it, or we could talk about it later on in the evening, like when we're out the area and calm down a little bit, possibly. I don't know what the best thing to do is yet, but whether it is during the day or in the evening, I'm going to say that any of you trolls or a-holes try it on with me, then
Game on.
you will sort of like find out how my temper can get. It won't be a temporary blocking, it'll be permanent. Because the way I see it, if you don't have respect for a person that's going through a really hard time, or one of the worst days possible, then I don't really want you around me, or any of my friends, because that just shows your true colours and all of that.
Yeah. Any negativity and you're getting Vix's boot.
Well,
And it's a rather big boot, I tell you.
Yeah, pretty menacing.
I actually do have bigger ones than that, so I'd get the biggest pair possible, and they would get rammed, but not in the most comfortable way, a sideways way, and I would probably wear the ones that have got heels on as well, and twist them.
It'd be like Cynthia Rothrock's boot, you know.
Oh, I remember her in her martial arts film with boots. I mean, lethal woman anyway, but with boots as well. Ouch, is all I can say. And to be able to do those moves in boots, I mean, that was some skills, because it's not easy to walk in those boots, yet alone to do martial arts in them, for goodness sake.
And what's worse is it's the stiletto.
Ooh.
Yeah, like I said, I don't normally wear heeled shoes, but
And those are very, 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 very good.
I'm sure.
The stiletto high heel boot.
But obviously tomorrow, when the live does happen, because we will go live at some point. D Jones, you're fully welcome on the panel. Jamie, definitely. AJ, or anybody really. I mean, it's not going to be like a dark stream or anything like that. It'll be a full celebration of life, because both myself and Eddie are Buddhists. We actually see things a lot differently. We actually try not to mourn. I know it's a little way of doing it, but
To us, it's not about death. It's about life.
It was celebration life we had with them.
Not only that, the next life as well.
Yeah.
If you believe in reincarnation and that, I mean, some Buddhists do, some Buddhists don't. It's a weird religion, put it that way. You sort of like make of it as you will. But so it is what it is. But in regards to the live, I mean, I may put it on my community post on what's going on, because I can pretty much do that any time of the day, and that depends on moods on the day. I mean, obviously it depends how we sleep and all of that, and what we want to do, whether we want to make it a bit more private or not, or there's a little bit to talk about there, because I know Eddie's been targeted in regards to the situation, and I don't want him triggered. It's going to be hard enough, so this is why I'm not going to be standing for people's bullshit. I mean, Eddie's a kind of person and that, but I have no qualms in saying how it is, and I will say how it is. And I won't dress it up either. I'll be as blunt as fuck, and I'll call you out. And it won't be on my channel; it'll be on multiple channels as well. So I'll make you feel like the dickheads that you actually are. So try me. I dare you. You'll see.
And that's another thing. If I call you, it's like, I mean, game over. You know.
Oh, I don't think you need to go there, Eddie.
No, I don't. I'm hoping not to, but like,
no, exactly.
I will call them out.
Oh, of course, but I don't think it should just be on one channel. I think it should be on. We are good friends with a lot of channels.
Yeah,
and I'm sure that they would do anything to help us out, so it'll be spread on multiple channels, and you'll look like, right, see you next Tuesdays. Which, if you come at us during a hard time, then you actually are see you next Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, there's a lot of good people on this, and
Well, of course
yes,
there
there's
are.
a lot of good people on the
probably more than fucking TikTok anyway.
Yeah.
But that isn't exactly difficult, and that's not really disrespecting TikTokers either. It's a completely different scenario over there. I think they seem to accept it a lot more acceptable to talk to people like that and to make them cry, and it's like you get a badge of honor if you completely destroy somebody emotionally. No, I think that's well out of order and shouldn't be done.
The funny thing is, over on TikTok, is not known as the serial blocker.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, they all know how to behave. They all know what they're all brought up with, whether they like to admit it or not, whether it was with their parents or not. But they certainly were with school. So between school and their parents, they know what good manners are. So
at one point, like, on a few occasions, like we have lost loved ones, you know. So I mean, just be respectful. That's all you can say, really.
of course, and we will. So we'll be doing live at some point tomorrow, but so I don't know whether I'll go live straight from YouTube or not, or I might be too emotional myself. Until it happens, I don't really know. But I think you guys could understand that yourselves. I mean, people to and those are just mine. That's about everybody else. It's going to be an emotional roller coaster. So, like I said, I don't want to be dealing with idiots wanting to choose that point in time for their petty vendettas. It happened the anniversary of my mother's death in January. So the fact that I know people can go there might be better probably to do it in the evening when we calm down a bit, and maybe I don't know. But we will see.
Well, I think it's about time we should wrap things up and wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. Hope everyone's had a good time and enjoying themselves, and hope everyone has a good, prosperous New Year in every way.
And please do not drink and drive or drugs and drive.
Yep.
Because
always abide by the highway code.
Well, no, no, it's not that. If you know you're getting into a situation where drink or weed or anything like that is going to get involved,
Mhm.
you can always get a friend to drive you that isn't under the influence. In a damn cab.
That's why I was only on the soft drinks while we was having the Christmas dinner. You know, it's-
I did say to you that if you did want to
Oh,
alcohol
no,
drink, we could have got.
no, I didn't really. I was pretty fine to come back to the hotel and
No,
try and catch up with Eddie.
I did say though, didn't I? I said that if you wanted to have a drink, we would have there and back. There is no way I would have got into any car with a driver that had been,
Exactly.
I can't and I won't.
Yeah, well, you know, it was all good fun. It was a nice time.
Not only would have been risking your life, mine, Eddie's, Leo's. What about all the other people on the road? That's
That's
why
why,
I see it.
you
And
know, that's why I didn't. I wouldn't.
if people have got it in them to be that selfish, to drink and drive or be under the influence of drugs and drive, then I get to agree.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be the case because there is no reason for it at all. It's our other way of getting home. And, you know, it's self-inflicted, so if it comes to it, why can't you get off your arses and bloody walk home? If it comes to it. No, that's just the way I feel. We'll end it there before I have another rant. But I think it's important that people should respect other people's lives and their own. Because driving a car is a dangerous piece of machinery as it is. Even at 20 miles per hour, damage you could do to somebody. Yeah, don't go any faster than that. And people give the cops a hard time for doing these spontaneous checks and that, but think about how many people they actually catch under the influence of drink and drugs. Just go to show you that there's a lot out there and it's okay to do that. And then they find out that they've got no insurance either, or no driver's license for that matter, and that's just bloody ridiculously dangerous too, but it's another issue. Before you do a stream on something like that at one point, because it's getting to be a huge problem in this country where people think it's okay to drive without any kind of documentation, which puts everyone's lives at risk. And if they do have like a fender bender, they're not paying for it because they don't have insurance or anything. So crazy, isn't it? And well, enjoy the rest of your morning, guys. Don't do anything too crazy. Hopefully you'll get a good night's sleep and enjoy the rest of your holiday.
And always remember, if you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, wear an umbrella.
Yeah, you said that yesterday, didn't you? I like just getting visuals, but yeah, it's a saying that you actually. We take it easy, guys, and we will speak to you later on today, and you will see what one way or another, and take it from there. Like I say, respect to everyone in chat and everyone that's in this chat as well. Take it easy, and Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year, guys.
Oh, definitely.